champion. Standing the cannon. Let's go, Cam! Welcome to another special edition of The Bark and the Bite. And we got my dog, Dan the Man,
Exactly.
and Tayon, always on time. Let's go, champ. Now, these brothers was at the fight, so I was watching the fight at home. It's like the rest of y'all. They were at the fight. And what did y'all see at the fight? What did y'all think was, how did y'all like the fight?
Loved it. Great fight. Great
Phenomenal
fight.
atmosphere.
I'll start. Great fight. Very close fight. I felt that, and we got all night to talk about this. Going into the fight, it was a younger champion who was bigger, stronger, younger, faster. That consensus knowledge in boxing said he should really walk through and dominate a older, smaller champion. And my issue with this fight, and that what I kept talking to anybody who would listen, was that to do that, he's going to have to show that he's of that cloth of like De La Hoya did Chavez, like Holmes did Ali, like Trinidad did Pernell Whitaker. When you sit the older guy down, that's the one thing about boxing, is that young champion, if you gonna do it, you gonna sit that older guy down and show him that this is a young man's sport. That's right. I was pulling for Devin to do that, but he didn't. And I had Loma winning a very close fight. And we're going to get into that. So, again, I had Loma winning the fight, a very close fight, but it was clear to me and everybody around me where I was sitting, not just the Ukrainians, that Lomachenko actually won that fight.
So what you think, Tay?
I thought it was great for boxing. It was a sellout event, like a real sellout, not a fake sellout. Not let me give away a bunch of tickets. It was electric in there. It was a pro Loma fight crowd. The row I sat in, it was all Ukrainians, and they were there. They were out in droves. Every exchange, even if he landed or not, the crowd went crazy. So it was a heck of an event, man. Great for boxing. And even though it was a somewhat controversial decisions to what decaps might call a robbery, we know better than that, right? Everybody was talking about boxing that night and the next day, which we don't always get that opportunity to be at the forefront of the sporting world. So I'm thankful that you got two guys at the top of their game, maybe one not all the way at the top of his game, decided to sign a contract, get in there and make a fight and let the rest speak for itself. So I'm happy and I'm excited, and I thank Lomachenko and Devin for giving us a show, and hopefully these other guys will follow suit.
Thank you. I think Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis set the bar high, where fighters got to fight each other.
They got to fight.
They got to fight. That's what we want to see. That's what we need to see.
Yeah.
So
we'll buy plane tickets and fly across the country to go see it.
Absolutely, like the Ukrainians.
At the most, and at the very least, we're gonna spend $80 to watch it.
Absolutely.
And it shows that we will, the customers will buy.
Yes.
If you give us the fights.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's true.
Absolutely.
Now,
boxing is well alive and doing well. If you give the consumer what they're looking for.
Right.
Yes.
Yep.
Look, speaking of buys, because I don't want to, slip my brain. How many buys do y'all think it's going to actually get?
Man, from the vibe that I got, that as many, I know it's a lot of pirating. I would say somewhere between 2 and 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say $250,000.
Yeah, that's a big gap that I gave you, but I say if it does anything 200 and up, I think it's a successful pay-per-view.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you think it was a better fight than Ryan Garcia Tank Davis?
Absolutely. It's not even close.
Yeah,
not close.
Competition wise, absolutely. And my whole thing is this: a lot of people, I don't want to be condescending, but a lot of people don't know what they're even looking at or for. in a strategic matchup there. The footwork,
Absolutely.
the
Yep.
head movement, the body shots. And people want to see a brawl, and not Tank gonna give you that. He's exciting, but real boxing fans was looking at a chess match.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
Go ahead.
but hold on, I'm gonna disagree with that just a bit, because Tank's boxing skills are severely underrated.
I'm not discounting Tank here.
Okay,
I'm not
'cause-
discounting Tank.
yeah,
Tank fight ended in a knockout.
right,
Right? So what I'm saying, it took a lot of skills for Tank to set up that knockout. He didn't
Yeah.
just go out there and
right,
close his eyes and brawl. Tank
right.
is a great boxer. Don't get
Absolutely,
me wrong.
absolutely.
You know what I mean? But sometimes when you have two great boxers, that's when
Right,
you have a stalemate where
right,
when you get into what if you get into a fight where you can't knock that guy out and he can't knock you out? And sometimes when you got two great fighters, you run into, hey, Tank not gonna knock everybody out. He
right.
gonna run into a guy that's gonna take his punch and get back off the stool and be ready to fight again. Not to make
Right.
this about Tank, because this is Loma and Devin's
Yeah.
moment,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Right.
That's the build up.
But see, but that was the question I had, was in a fight like this, I always felt that I trusted Loma more to get himself out of trouble when a moment of adversity came, more than Devin, because of the experience. And I said, if he doesn't go in and blow this guy out, what happens when game plan B or C doesn't work? I don't know that much about Bill Haney as a trainer to be able to guide him through. Lomachenko has his father in the corner too, but they have a lot more time together, a lot of experience together.
Yes.
And Loma, again, has demonstrated just in his experience, I trusted him more, that if I'm seeing something that's not working, I can make an adjustment because I know what works with what he's doing.
Yeah.
And I was hoping that Devin could do the same. I didn't see that with Devin. I didn't see really. Devin did the body shots, but as we talked about,
Right.
the body shots didn't stop Loma's production. I don't see where the body shots affected Loma or changed the outcome or made him any of a different fighter. He was still the aggressor. And it was smart aggression. Anytime you're the smaller fighter and you're more the aggressor, it's smart aggression. You're not just running in with, you're not just, running in. His footwork got him close.
Let me jump in though, Dan. If you look at Devin's body of work, he's typically the guy that's counterpunching and waiting on the guy to come in, right?
Mm-hmm.
He typically fights that way.
But I didn't
that
see
second fight against Cambosa, he took a different approach, right?
Yeah, but he to me, well, again, comparing those two, Devin was talked about as having a jab, and remember Loma said he can't beat me with just a jab, and I didn't see where Devin dictated that jab and kept him on the end of that jab, being a bigger, longer 6 feet. He had a 6-inch reach advantage over Loma. That jab, every time Loma got set, he was supposed to be popping him. Loma's footwork got inside that jab, and he stayed in his chest. And so, to me, that's experience, because he could not use footwork to back off, move to the side, use lateral movements, and popping that jab at angles where Loma, especially off balance, being a smaller fighter. So what I was saying was, what adjustments did he make? Because Loma was in his chest all night, and then he was tying Loma up too. Right. So that let me know Loma was touching him.
Yeah. Lomo, what helped Lomo, I think, a lot was that he actually took that. I mean, he fought recently. Unlike Ryan Garcia, he had a fight going into the fight, and that helped him. If he didn't do that, it'd have been a long night for him. Being older, because he was fighting once a blue moon, and I think that helped him a lot. And I think it should have been a draw. But you got to remember, they're trying to make the fight between Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. I mean, Tank Davis and Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson. Absolutely.
Right. So I'll wait for Tayon to come back on. I don't know.
I'm here.
Okay.
So
I wonder what happened.
Cam, we were talking before we jumped on the call.
Yeah.
And we want to defer to you just with your vast experience. Because I know me watching it for 45 years, there was a long time before the scorecards were read.
Mm-hmm.
It was unusual time. unusual. It wasn't. Listen.
Let me ask this too before you answer, K9.
Okay.
And maybe I agree with Dan, but do you feel like it felt like that, Dan, because we were in person? Because usually you have commentating going on in the background. It's a lot of things to distract you. So I don't. How did it
No.
look from? Let me
We've
ask.
been.
How
We've been to
how does it look
Yeah.
as watching it on pay-per-view versus being it?
Well,
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Well, it did take a long time at home.
Okay,
I don't know if it took
yeah.
a long
So
time
that's
when y'all.
it did.
Okay. Oh
we
yeah.
we the fights because again, tallying it.
Yeah.
You know, again, you tallying as you go. So you just
Yeah.
got the last round to score. It ain't you don't have to do any factoring. There was no algebra or geometry included. All you had to do was say, hey man, this is where we at so far. Last round
Yeah.
goes so and so. Boom.
Absolutely.
And when it took that, every decision I've seen where it took a long time for the scorecards to be read,
There you
it's
go.
always it's always been.
What are you suggesting,
Who?
Dan?
I'm
What
just.
are you suggesting?
Don't ask me that question on camera. Now. I was just
what is
saying.
it that you're suggesting? Because
All I'm saying is that,
hey, K9, me and Dan argue literally the whole weekend.
Man, I saw y'all in a limo
yeah,
going in. No,
listen,
he won. And when you said what Roger say?
Most people don't know nothing about boxing.
so,
Most
all
people.
so,
Not that I'm not talking about him, but when you find yourself in the same vein as the people that don't know nothing about boxing, you got to
Right.
relax.
Oh yeah.
listen,
Yeah.
so that what I'm saying is when I look back at it,
Yeah.
the politics of the sport, because again, this is the most politically based sport there is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of subjectivity
Yes.
built in. Always been that way, and we get that. It's been bad decisions. You know, humans are infallible. We get that.
Yes.
But I'm saying is that although it was a pro-Ukrainian fight,
Yeah.
people that were not Ukrainian walked away saying, I don't think the guy that got his hand raised won.
Yeah.
And when I looked at his expression when they announced it, he didn't look like he looked shocked. He didn't look as if he knew. And here's the thing too, when he fought it to the last second, and we expect that we appreciate that as consumers and fans of the sport. But it wasn't like he thought he had it in the bag and it was clear. Like Bill said, it was clear victory. Because I remember, like I said, you would see Floyd looking up with a minute and a half in the 12th round. He looking up at the clock, and when they hear that, Floyd basically running to the corner because he knows this fight is over with. Devin fought because the fight was up for grabs, and I think he really thought that it could have went the other way, which it could have. But
It's a close fight.
Well,
I'm a pro. I was rooting for Devin. I was hoping that he win. I thought personally, being unbiased, I thought Lomachenko edged it out, right? Yeah. But what a lot of people, we spoke about this. What a lot of people that's watching a fight, they're judging an overall fight and who they thought won an overall fight. Well, boxing is not scored that way. After round 1, they take score. Then round 2, they take score. Then round 3, they take score, so forth and so on, right? So it's not like if at the end of the fight, it felt like that guy won. But the 12th round is not worth more than the first round. It's worth one round.
Right.
You know
unless you do something, have a knockdown or do something.
Unless you do something, they all worth the exact same amount. So also when you think of it that way, if y'all could agree with me, rounds 1 through 10 were razor close, right? I'm watching from live, and you don't have the advantage of watching it on TV because TV are paying to every best angle, right? Yeah. So I'm seeing it from whether the cameraman is blocking my view, whether the referee is blocking my view, I have a tainted view of it at the fight, right? Yeah. But I'm texting, we all texting, man, this is a tough fight to judge. Yeah. I don't know who win. In most fights, you kind of know who win in the rounds. A lot of the first 10 rounds, I couldn't definitively say that guy won that round. Wait. So you would probably be able to agree that the first 10 rounds were really close rounds and could have possibly went either way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'll
Go ahead.
always score, like the old adage, and it's very simplified. I always score rounds, and I forget who I got this from, what old commentator was that, which guy would you have rather been in that round?
That sounds like a Max Keller-ism, but
No. This is before Max
okay.
Kellerman. Max
He might have
is
got that from somebody else. But
he's so,
you doing this thing where you going all the way around the question I asked. That's cute. Answer my question.
hey, you know what
That's
I'm saying?
cute what
Yeah,
you doing.
champ,
But
this is
answer
your
my
fault,
question, bro.
champ. This is your fault, champ. This is your fault. You done created a bully. You done created a bully, champ.
Yeah, man, I done trained 5 or 6 times with him. I was ready to suit up. You know what I mean?
Man.
Listen.
But
If
Dan,
somebody,
can you answer the question? First
what?
10 rounds were very close rounds,
Okay, they were close rounds.
which could have went either way.
Which could have went either way.
I'll say this. If the first 10 round, if they said 8-2 Lomachenko, I wouldn't have argued. I would have been like, man, they could have went either way. But if they flipped it and said, because you also talking about humans, like football or basketball, somebody might call a pass interference where the next guy probably won't. Some guy might value a body shot over, you know what I mean, a flurry of punches that most of them miss.
Right.
I'm not saying any of this is right or wrong.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Oh, well, here's the thing too, and so maybe my bias was
you had something in your head. You had something in your head before the fight happened, so that hurt you. That hurt you.
That Devin should come in conventional wisdom and blow this guy out, but because he didn't, I'm thinking maybe the judges are saying, hey, this guy is maybe he's getting more credit for even doing as well as he had. And so that, because again, sometimes guys win rounds not because they won, it's because they didn't lose as bad as they did the round before. I've seen that happen too.
Yeah. Did Devin get outclassed?
He didn't win the round, but he didn't get his beat up like
did Devin get outclassed?
Yes, I think.
You think he got outclassed in the fight or a round or two?
I think he showed his inexperience as an undisputed
I agree.
champion.
He gonna. And how old is Devin?
Yeah.
How old is Devin?
Say that one more time.
How old is Devin?
Oh, Devin young. Devin, what, he about 23, 24?
23, 24.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but we saw Lomachenko fight people and they didn't get up, not because they took a beating.
Yeah.
Walters, the Jamaican kid.
Nick Walters.
He just sat down. He said, "Man, forget it."
That was a younger version.
What I'm saying is, we saw him. We've seen Lomachenko completely outclassed guy, a two-time gold medalist. Now, whether that's a smaller guy, right?
Yeah, Russell. Yeah.
They said, "Forget it. I don't even want to fight him no more." Right?
Okay.
That didn't happen to Devin.
Okay.
He did that to a two-time gold medalist. One of the more accomplished amateurs in boxing history, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
that didn't happen to Devin.
Okay, right. But Champ's point was, and I don't want to speak for you, Champ, is that you're the champion.
Yeah.
You say he's only 24.
Hey, no, he's still the champion.
Yeah.
And still, he ain't like he used to be. He's still the champion.
So the thing is, when you champ, it ain't, to me, you take on all comers. When you say I'm world champion, you take on all comers. Number one contender, you don't reach down and get the 7th and 10th contender. You undisputed champion. And I agree with you. I applaud him for making the fight. He wanted the fight.
Yeah.
But I think when you say when you undisputed world champion, I mean, you got all 4 belts. And you're the bigger, younger, stronger, faster fighter. Again, going back to Zaire, Foreman had just destroyed Frazier. He going into an old Ali that just got beat up by Kenny Norton. And then Foreman had destroyed Kenny Norton in 2 rounds. It's like, yo, there's no way this guy at 32 years old and he 22, there's no way he should be in the ring with him.
Yeah.
Right. Leon Spinks, Muhammad Ali.
Exactly. So I'm just saying is that a younger, bigger, stronger, faster fighter,
you the
champion, to me, I'm looking at he's stopping him. He's stopping him.
You talking about like Canelo versus Mayweather?
Oh, yeah.
Listen. Hey, listen. My thing is this: Mayweather was 36, Canelo was 23. You supposed to go in and blow that guy out the water.
And he didn't. And what happened to Canelo after that? He just got better.
Yeah.
And he had 50 fights at that point in his career. He learned from it, and he took the notes and he got better.
Devin got a Detroit connection. I'm rooting for Devin. But
it don't sound like you rooting for Devin. It hasn't felt like you were rooting for Devin at any point this whole weekend. You have not rooted. You were not rooting for Devin.
Yeah, he been trying to take my.
He low-key had a Ukrainian flag somewhere that he was gonna pull out.
AC card all weekend because I pointed some stuff out. But that's okay though.
Which you were wrong, and I'm not here to point that out. You know what I mean? I'm not here to embarrass my OG, right? But you had a Ukrainian handkerchief somewhere that you was waiting to pull out and say, "Yeah, we did it."
Stop it!
Listen,
let the champ talk, man. What you got for?
Let me ask you this: where the undisputed champion is not seen as the best fighter in his division?
He is.
Man,
he is not.
That's a good point.
He's not.
That's a good point.
I don't put him above. I don't think he can beat Shakur or Tank.
Make the fight.
When Terrence Crawford was at 140, there was no question. There was nobody touching Terrence at 40. When Canelo unified at 68, there was not a fighter at 68 that's touching Canelo.
You talking about all the other guys he didn't fight and the belts that he collected without fighting for him?
I'm talking about at 68, not going down.
That's what I'm talking about. They gifted. He got gifted the WBC belt, but that's not what we're here for.
Benavidez.
He hasn't fought him.
But okay. But my thing is this: he still when he uniformed, he won undisputed. Benavidez is possibly a contender, but you can't say at that time. Maybe now, at that time, a couple years ago, he was better than Canelo. I would argue that.
I pick Canelo to beat Benavidez. I pick Canelo to win. I do.
I don't know about now. I would have picked him 2 years ago. But my point is when has an undisputed champion not been seen as the best fighter in this division? And so I love Devin. Don't get me wrong, but he's not. I don't think he's the best fighter in this division, and he's the undisputed champion.
Well, I mean, it's not fair because I get what you're saying. I do, only because Shakur has one fight in the division. He just entered it, right? He just entering the conversation. It wasn't even a thought process of them fighting a year ago. 12 months ago, Shakur was fighting at 130, right? And 18 months ago, he was fighting at 126. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So they were two weight classes apart. It's just becoming available for them to fight. So that's like me arguing Charlo fighting Canelo and they don't fight in the same weight class.
But okay, so here's the thing, and I think the point that I keep making is that Devin is a good fighter. I would say maybe even a great fighter. But I look at undisputed almost like back in the day when it was one belt. Okay, and how great you had to be to maintain that one belt, like Hadler at middleweight. So when I look at Shane Mosley going from lightweight up to beating Oscar when he was the man at welterweight. That said that, hey, look, I am him. Mm-hmm. I'm that guy.
Yeah.
I'm at 35. I'm about to go to 40. I'm not even looking at 40. Go to 47, take on the man and beat him.
Yeah. No, I get what you're doing. I get it, right?
I'm looking for that level of greatness.
I think
that set bar.
Yeah, I think that Shakur is the cream of the crop of those guys. That's my opinion, right? But it don't matter. I think Shakur Stevens is the cream of the crop of those young guys. That's my opinion. But what's not an opinion is who's the king of 135.
It's Devin Haney.
It's Devin Haney. So
for now,
we talk about a theoretical argument versus what's actually happening. And he has not shied away from fighting anybody.
Right. Well, who's
Devin? Devin? You talking
about Devin?
Devin hasn't. After the fight, he said, me and Tank is a big fight. Let's make the fight. Now, let's see if the fight get made, or let's see if PBC start making excuses about him being too tall and too big and too...
I don't... Listen, I saw it when Shakur called Devin out. Devin said, I look forward to that fight happening in the future. Shakur said, let's make it happen now.
Of course Shakur should say that.
Yeah.
And I think he will. But if I'm Devin, right?
Yeah.
If I'm Devin,
Yeah.
who would you fight? Who are you gonna get the most credit for beating?
Tank
Tank. Who you gonna get the most money for beating?
for fighting.
Yeah,
You mean fight?
fighting.
Because
Who you gonna get the most money for fighting?
Tank.
It's an easy decision then.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So what he's made, it ain't like he's going after a guy named Cruz or Garcia or Nunez. If you go through Box Rec for Tank, when you get a minute, go through Box Rec and look at Tank last 20 fights. You would think he was taking his fights in Tijuana.
Okay. Like Devin did. Like
Devin did when he was 17.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
fighting the same guy that Devin was fighting at 17.
That's true. That's true.
So
But
what I'm saying is, it makes sense.
yeah.
He sat on that press conference and asked to fight Tank next. He didn't dodge the question. He didn't say, let me see what my promoters might say. He answered the question. Me and Tank is a big fight. Let's have it sooner rather than later. Those are his exact words. And
you know what?
If he don't get that fight, I think he fights Shakur. I don't think he took he became undisputed, went to another man's country, beat him twice. And because they made him. And after that fight, he took one of the generational fighters of his generation and he didn't go fight a Cambosis. He didn't try to find an easy fight to fight. He taking the tough fights. Do I think he the best? No, but my hat go off to him because he getting it. He doing what we been asking for fighters to do. And I don't think he's getting enough credit for it.
That's true. That's true. And he is his own boss, unlike the rest of them guys. Like Tank just became his own boss. So Tank can do what he want to do, but under Mayweather wasn't gonna let him fight Devin or Shakur or none of them.
John Paul Sandoval said that Pitbull Cruz the one I want. Nah, see, that's the fight we're gonna probably get from Tank. Pitbull Cruz.
Tank. Ooh, and that's a dangerous fight.
Nah, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it. Don't give me another Cruz. Yeah. I'm straight. Right. You gotta Pitbull, go fight Shakur.
Yeah.
I don't need to see that again. Not right now.
Yeah. One thing that Devin did, which was smart though, is he still fought a southpaw. And the best two fighters other than himself is Shakur, who's a southpaw, and Tank, who's a southpaw.
Yeah.
So he getting southpaw ready.
Yeah. No, that's a good point right there.
He need to bring probably Gary Russell in camp to get that southpaw look.
How about Gary Russell getting this mix? How about that?
That's true.
How about he getting the mix?
That's true.
I would love to see Tank fight Gary Russell. If you're gonna take a guy on your side, quote unquote side of the street, give me Gary Russell. I pay to see that fight.
Gary Russell?
Yeah.
He gonna be rusty though.
He always rusty. He been rusty for the last 7 years. He ain't gonna ever get unrusty.
Yeah. He don't fight enough. That's true. He don't. What about Pitbull and Shakur? Because Shakur ain't gonna get Tank next. He ain't gonna get Devin next.
But what Pitbull already said, he don't want to fight him.
He already turned down the fight. They offered it to him.
He already turned down the fight.
He sure did. He a smart man.
But that's why I'm like, you don't reward him.
No, you don't. Fight. That's true. You can't turn no fights down. Not no big fights like that. You the best. You fight the best.
Or go fight Rolly or somebody like that, man. I don't. You go.
Yep. You're right. Boy, you should be a promoter.
Matchmaker or something, man.
Matchmaker or something.
Because all these guys are just trying to.
And I get
it. I get it. It's prize fighting. So you want to go get the money. But the reason why we are paying for these prizes is because we want to see the most competitive fights. It's a place for the Rollies and the Ryan Garcias. I think that's cool. I will watch him under certain circumstances. But for all of these guys, keep positioning to try to fight the best guy. And then the best guy say he won't fight the other best guy because he going to fight Rolly, who Rolly is a C fighter on his best day, right? But he get the Tank fight. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. But the era, we in the social media era, and these guys are almost like characters. You know what I'm saying? When I look at with 10 million Instagram followers, and I look at a Rolly, who pretty much said Rolly gets Rolly privileges. I don't know what the hell that means, but basically I get a title shot, as the 7th ranked contender, and what sanctioned body, all of a sudden I get a title shot. So again, it's that that type of stuff hurts the sport. But then we had the championship, which the sport is well alive. So
it hurts the sport because imagine if Denver decided to play the Pistons for the championship.
Right.
Imagine that.
Right.
I'm gonna
go past Miami, and I'm gonna say, you know what? I choose the Detroit Pistons.
Give me the Pistons, and I'm gonna give them a shot because they got a lot of fans and followers.
No. Detroit been talking junk about Denver for the past
right
6 months. We gonna play the Pistons for the NBA. The mayor of Detroit has been talking junk about our city, and so we're gonna play the. Nobody would even have that. That's ridiculous. But again, I think Vasiliy Lomachenko probably should go ahead and probably look to hang him up because that's two hard decisions. I still feel like Teofimo won that fight.
Yeah.
But that decision could have been a draw. It could have. I mean, even though it was like you said, it was 7. It was what 7-5. But I think they scored it much different. I don't think anybody scored a 115, 113 for Theo. But still, that's two hard decisions. And champ, you know this better than anybody. You pour your heart and soul for 8 to 10 weeks, and then to have a decision like that, people don't understand. And that's got heart wrenching.
Right. Yeah. I think that Lomachenko was just trying to win on points. And when you fight against the undisputed champ of the world, you got to be trying to knock him out. You can't just be trying to win on points. And if they both were young, then he might have got the decision. If they were both young, they were both undefeated. But it being Devin Haney with all the belts, Bar Aaron want to do some business with him, knowing that he can fight Shakur next. Oh man, Lomachenko in his last leg. It's too much going against him. I know when I fought for a world title, and I fought in somebody else's country, and I was the underdog, I didn't go in there and try to win on the decision.
You ain't gonna get it.
I wasn't gonna get it.
And he said he didn't. He took the 12th round off.
Okay.
Yeah, Lomachenko said. I don't know why he even said that because I didn't think he did. Like I don't think nobody walked away and said, "Well, he didn't do a De La Hoya Trinidad where he fought that 12th round." So I don't know why he said, "Well, I took the 12th round off." Why would you even say that?
He know what he felt. He know what he was doing.
Nah, man.
Which is a mistake.
Somebody say he need to go back down to 130. Nah, that's too little. He too old to go back down to 130.
Yeah. That 5 pounds, man.
He makes that easy. He makes it easy. He makes it easy. I mean, he had 26er. If you look at,
Nah, man. Listen, champ, tell him, stop it. You can't. Once you've been at 35, man, going back down to 30 at this age, trying to cut that.
That's gonna be hard.
You know what's gonna happen to you? You're gonna get Chris Bird. You're gonna get Chad. You're gonna get Chad Dawson. What's gonna happen to you? You're gonna go back down to 30 and he's gonna
Jones.
I mean, he's the smallest guy in every fight he competes in. Easily.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you ain't going down to 30.
Man, do you know, like these guys are up? I guarantee. I ain't gonna guarantee. Lomachenko probably coming into that fight weighing 140, 142. He's not a big guy. No, and you got Devin coming into that fight at 155.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big advantage. That's a big disadvantage.
Advantage that we didn't see play out in the fight is my point.
He won. He won.
He got the decision, which is different. He got the decision, but if he won, that's debatable. He got the decision.
He won. He won by decision.
Yeah. Hey, at the end of the day, though, it's gonna be on record. It's some fights I feel like I won that they didn't give me. At the end of the day, I didn't get the W.
True. But still close to it. We still just 2 days. Champ, I'm still 2 days out from it. I got a brunch. I lost the bet taking the brunch.
I think it's a gift and a curse. It was good and to a certain extent kind of bad because Tank last fight he got a knockout. Devin last fight it was controversy, but at the same time Devin still got all the belts and he's still young, so I can understand.
And his name is ringing out. They talking about him on every platform.
Okay, so Champ, let me ask you this. Because and you can apply this to life.
Yeah.
He got the decision. Let's say he won.
Yeah.
But almost like what life imitates art. You remember the whole thing and the whole Rocky thing where Apollo Creed fought Rocky again in Rocky 2. Why? Because everybody said what? That man won the fight. and he couldn't live with that. So my thing is, although Devin got the belts, and he got the decision, and he got his hand raised, do he truly feel in his heart he won? And what happens when he walks the streets? And people say, man, you didn't win that fight. What is that going to do to his psyche at 24?
I don't think he's gonna care, because these young guys nowadays, they rich. He care about that money. I think he don't care. Now if it's Floyd care, but him, I think he don't care.
Do you think Devin think he's the best?
Devin?
Do y'all think he thinks he? I think he think he the best.
I think he does.
That means a lot.
He got all the belts.
It mean a lot.
Yeah, I think he think he's the best, and that whether it's true or not, right? But I think Tank thinks he the best. Tank thinks he the best.
That's what
and I think that Shakur thinks
he
the best.
Shakur know he the best.
What I'm saying is they all walking away with, hey, you can't see me, and they all been in there together.
Right, but Champ, let me ask you this: you've been in there, like you said, you've lost some fights that you felt you won. But when you look at that fighter, and that's because when you spend the time in the ring with a man, and that's an experience. You feel that the energy, because you give off energy that the man I know I ain't win this fight, man. Or I thank God, or and I just feel like, again, even at 24, depending on the type of person he is, I disagree that he don't care. Because I think if Devin didn't care, Devin wouldn't have been taking that fight. I think Devin truly does feel he's the next coming. And he is that great. And I think he wants people, because go back and watch the fight, and we'll watch it together, Tayon. When they announced that he went up on the ropes and they booed him, he collapsed. He straight up collapsed, like, damn. Like, I can't.
Y'all was there.
He never Devin has never gotten the respect.
I want to go listen to this. Listen, when you watch the fight, when after he got the decision and he ran up on the ropes and the crowd booed him, he collapsed like Jesus. Like, I can't.
Like Jesus?
It just wasn't his crowd. It wasn't his crowd.
No, it wasn't. There you go.
But you know what? But he didn't win him over either, because you can win over a crowd.
Hey, man, they fighting a war in the Ukraine. That meant everything to them. It was nothing he could do to win them over.
Let me tell you this. Floyd has won over crowds.
Not that one.
You mean Tyson?
Tyson too.
Floyd.
I would say it might have been 50-50, but that De La Hoya Trinidad, everybody knew that De La Hoya, and I can admit this now because I was a Trinidad fan. De La Hoya won that fight.
Yeah, I thought he won.
But everybody know that he got outboxed clearly, and he gained a lot of respect. And he lost.
What did De La Hoya do similar to Loma? Took a round off at the end.
No, he took four. He took four off.
What I'm saying, he took his foot off the gas.
Yeah. But here's the thing: he had to exercise those demons when he took on the Vargas fight to really show that I am, what I know I can be. What fight will Devin have for this? Because I think, and y'all can disagree, I think it's going to be some lingering effects of winning a close decision, a controversial decision to that type of fighter. And because when you still walk, man, you guys, we saw fighters in Vegas. You walk the streets of Vegas, or you walk the streets, man, people gonna let him know. Hey, Trev, fight fans will let you know what they think.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Basketball, football.
I'm reading what the fans saying. Yeah, go ahead, talk, y'all. But I'm just reading what they saying. That's all.
Yeah, and I just think that he does. He wants to be great. And the next press conference, whoever he fights next, they're gonna say, "You didn't even beat Loma. You lost that fight."
Yeah, but hey, they discounted him. They blamed him when he won the WBC belt, right? Devin hasn't gotten the credit because he hasn't had a push. The gift and the curse of being your own boss is that you're your own boss, right?
Yeah.
The gift is you get to get your money, but the curse is you don't have a promoter that's pushing you. You're going into every fight as fighting the promoter's fighter. Devin hasn't had the advantage of having a De La Hoya or Bob Arum, or he's always been a free agent, which is good because he can go and make all of the fights. Yeah. So he's always been having this reaction, right? Mm-hmm. He tried to fight. He fought to be the number one contender to fight Lomachenko 3.5 years ago, right? He gave up the belt, and they blamed him. They blamed Devin and talked about Devin because Lomachenko decided not to fight him. and it was Devin fault. They called him the email champion, and it was nothing else he could do about it.
I remember
Right?
that. Yeah, I
It was
remember that.
nothing he could do about it. You know how many belts been eaten? Tank is walking out to the ring every fight with a belt. Every fight, Tank got a belt with him.
He beat Barrios for the WBA at
How do you? I'm about to disconnect from this live, man.
Stop it! Don't do it.
Yeah, he beat Mario Barrios at 140 for the WBA. What are you talking about?
Barrios had a belt.
Barrios had a belt.
Who did he win his belt from? Because last I checked, it was an undisputed champion at 140 during that time.
Like
so
Josh
I'm trying to figure out how he got a belt.
Gilbert Ramirez and Josh Taylor had to fight for undisputed, I believe.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how one of those belts slid out the background.
Right.
So clearly he wasn't a champion at 140.
Yeah, because I don't get how you can be a champion when there's undisputed. Then they make super champions. Now
I'm just saying, Devin hasn't. If I'm Devin, and I want to hear y'all opinion on this, I'm going full heel.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the public will ever accept Devin as the good guy. I think he needs to play. For what just happened, he need to give a double middle finger to the world. Go full heel like Money Mayweather. Because I think that's his only path. I don't think he can win over the people. Because he don't have a style as a knockout puncher, right? That's not fan friendly. I think what he can do is box the socks off of people, piss people off, right? Yeah. And play heel and hope that people want to see him lose.
That's true. That's true.
I think he should go full heel.
But here's the thing. You talk about Tank and his fighters, but they built a following with Tank. I know Latinos who like Tank because of the knockouts of it. So that was smart from a business standpoint. Yeah. He has got to go find, but it's not. It's going to have to be a European. It's got to be somebody that's going to build him into a wider audience.
He just got at a certain point. He just got to keep winning.
Yeah.
If he go out there and fight Tank and win, he could have ran the whole fight. He could have not engaged and just pop shot at him to death. And if he come out with the win, eventually people just gonna hate him because what he did. He ran from Tank. They hated Mayweather because they said he ran.
Oh yeah.
All he did was run. Oh, if he just beat Tank and just avoid the power shots and win, they gonna hate him a little more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. But that's a hell of a thing to say is if the two guys standing in your way is Tank and then Shakur, and you beat both of them, then which he has to do, then you do build your brand.
Yeah,
as the guy that everybody hates.
But see, my thing is this: does he have 2 more fights at 35?
No, he shouldn't though. I would defend if I can't get Tank, I'm going to 40.
Why? Well, no. Why not Shakur at 35?
Shakur, we both in our early 20s, right? I see you at 47, bro.
Ooh, that's ducking. That's the duck game.
Not ducking.
That's ducking.
You know, but y'all just said it's tough for Lomachenko to go make 30, right?
Yeah.
Y'all both just said that, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How hard you think it is for Devin to make 35?
But he said he will make 35 for Shakur. That's his word.
What I'm saying is, what's happening here is a double standard. When we say that one guy shouldn't make 30, right? But we said Devin should continue to make 35.
No. It's not a double standard. It would be a double standard if Devin went to 140, fought at 140, and then we said come down to 35 to fight Shakur. You're at 35 right now.
I've done something nobody my age has ever done. Shakur doesn't sell fights either, right? It's not a whole bunch of money in that fight, right?
That makes sense.
Right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's not a whole bunch of, it's not a whole, that fight can be built a little bit because they both got time, right?
Bob got money. Bob promoting both guys and Jay Prince.
Yeah.
Jay Prince.
So what I'm saying, if I'm Bill, I'm saying fight him at 40, fight him at 47. Because I don't think he has to speak. His advantage is size. Why willingly give up my advantage? Why would I do that?
First of all, you can stop that 47 talk because there's some killers at 47, some big
How
boys.
long are those? How long is Boots gonna be at 47?
Hey,
he already talking about 54, and he just barely beat a guy we never heard of. Don't tell me about those guys killers and all that. Who the killers at 47? Who are they? Boots a killer. But who the other killers?
Spence?
They gone. They not gonna let those guys
2
don't
years.
fight no more for all I
Yeah.
know.
2
Right?
years.
They retired from everything it looks like. Who the killers? Virgil Ortiz? I don't know that he ever making 47 again.
okay.
Who the killers?
Talk
Well,
to him, Tay.
you at 40. You jumping over 40. You got program.
What I'm saying is, by the time they 28, 4 years from now, they're gonna grow into 47. That's only 6 fights away.
Okay, so you say I don't know who Josh Taylor is. I don't know how some of these other guys are, but like pro grade, like real fighters. I'm not talking about some of these other cats that are professional fighters, but I'm talking about the ones like I think pro grade would be a problem for
Who
those
scares
guys.
you at 40?
Huh?
Who scares you at 40?
Not, I would say scared.
Of the guys that Devin, hold on. Of the guys that Devin has sitting in front of him, Tank, Shakur, and any other champions at 140, what's his easiest fight? What's his toughest fights? 35 is his toughest fights. I'm not saying he beats Regis or Josh Taylor or Tio, but what I'm saying is I think Tank and Shakur are tougher fights than those fights. And he has the advantage of not having to cut down to 35.
You agree?
Nah, I don't.
He don't agree, but he know I'm right.
No. Because here's the thing. Everybody doesn't take their power when they move up, and Devin is.
He's not taking power. He's not a power puncher.
So how you gonna keep these bigger guys up off your tail? Then that's what I'm saying. You got to keep somebody up off you. If I know you ain't got no pop, when the last guy Regis?
What's the last guy Regis knocked out?
I don't know. I have to look.
Thank you. We'll see. So what's the last person that Tio knocked out? Comey.
Comey, yeah.
Richard Comey, who everybody seems to knock out when he gets up to the championship level, right?
Okay.
Not just Comey, he's a tough guy, he's a competitor, world champion. But what I'm saying is, who are all these guys that's just killers and knocking people silly?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm
Tank.
just
Tank, man, other than Tank.
Yeah, Tank. Wilder.
Well, Tank got
good.
What Tank and Wilder do is rare. It's rare. It's more common to be a good puncher, boxer that can get some respect from a punch, right?
Yeah.
But just knocking guys flat, that's God-given. Ernie Shavers, you go down the list. Julian Hawkins, Tommy Hearns, it ain't a whole bunch of guys that God made like that. K9 Bundridge, you know what I mean?
Let's go, chap. Oh, look at him, y'all. It's over.
That's a shame. I want to get back on the show again.
That's right, bro. Tell them, y'all.
So if I'm Haney's handlers, I'm not saying, but I'm going to be front row if him and Shakur fight. I'm not saying don't make that fight. Yeah. I hope they make the fight. I love them to make that fight. Right? Mm-hmm. We will be wherever that fight is, Dan.
Absolutely.
Sitting next to each other, arguing.
But I'm just saying, I'm not.
If I'm Bill Haney, Shakur, I'll see you at 40 or 47. Period.
I think that
Canelo did it.
Yeah.
Canelo did it. Floyd did it. Pacquiao did it. They all did it.
You got to give me some examples. I don't know. I'm trying to understand what you're saying on that. What do you mean by Floyd did it?
What? Bringing guys to his weight class? Did he fight Canelo at 152?
Oh, yeah. It was catch weight. Couldn't hydrate.
I'm not talking about a catch weight. What I'm saying is
what I'm saying is guys use their advantages. Did De La Hoya make Floyd fight in a ring the size of my house? I mean, did he make him fight in a smaller ring?
Mm-hmm.
That was his advantage because he had the advantage.
Okay.
Everybody looks for their, so we can't say Devin would be ducking if he did it, if everybody else did it.
No, so what? Listen, what I'm saying, and maybe things
Yeah.
going to 140, and thinking that's you want to fight Shakur to me when you still both got O's because you can build and hype that fight up. I don't know, Devin, from what I saw the other night, going to 140 and fighting these guys we talking about, if he still keeps that O. And if you don't have that O, it's not going to be as marketable as a fight.
I'm not saying go to 40 and immediately challenge for a championship. You can go fight a guy at 40, right? Get your legs under you, see how you feel on the fight week. I don't think nobody should go into the next weight class and immediately go big game fishing. My opinion.
But Devin wants Shakur. Shakur wants Devin because he got the belts.
Shakur,
he just don't want.
Yeah, he don't have the power. He don't have the power to demand anything. Tank does.
Okay, I understand that. So now, if he goes to 40 and he doesn't have any championships, that means you have to bring some to get some. So
but I guarantee every champion at 40 will be salivating to get Devin Haney in the ring because he gonna have a name. Nobody has a name at 40.
You think Devin has more of a name than say Josh Taylor or
what's the last pay-per-view Josh Taylor sold?
Him and was it Ramirez? Wasn't that on pay-per-view?
ESPN, buddy.
ESPN Plus pay-per-view?
Nah, it wasn't pay-per-view. It was a great fight. I love but that 140-pound tournament that decided not one.
Yeah.
Those we can just tune in, pick out the remote, click, turn on the show. Those are not popular. We know that 40 is not a glamorous division.
No,
it's a pass-through.
Yeah.
Come on, Dan.
But for
Dan,
public,
what are we doing here?
Hold on, no. Listen, let me say
stop it.
40? Well, we about to argue that 40 is that 40 is just a stepping stone to 47. Just like 54 is a stepping stone to 60.
Yeah. Okay, but you missing the point. You see you jumping.
Bring me in.
Okay, so now my thing is this: if we trying to build a fight, all I'm saying is that what makes Devin Haney attractive right now is that he has all 4 belts. If he vacates and goes to 40, okay, and so you think he's going to be happy just saying, okay, I'm going to fight Alejandro Lopez. How many times he going to be able to do that before eventually he's going to be calling for a belt?
But what you just said he's going to do is all Tank been doing. Why? That's all Tank. That Alejandro guy you just named probably literally fought Tank already.
But again, see, it's not going to work out the same. My point is, eventually, so if Taylor beats Teofimo, okay, so now are you calling out Josh Taylor because you're going to need something to demand leverage? Champ, when you champ, you always champ. It's like being president. President.
I picked Devin. So I picked Devin over every fighter at 140.
Well, then you gonna put up some crunches.
Let's say Ralph said he said need to fight all who need to fight all the champs.
135 to fight on the fighters. Flat out, all the 30, they all need to fight. I agree.
And we appreciate you for the super chat too.
I agree. What I'm just saying. I agree with Ralph.
Yeah.
They all should fight.
Yeah.
They all should fight. I agree.
And so, what were you saying? Yeah, go ahead.
I'm only saying it's time. Other than the other fights, it's time to eventually make that fight over there. I think that Shakur within the next 24 months will be pound for pound number 1.
Yeah.
Argue.
Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
I think within the next 24 months, we'll be talking about Shakur Stevens as being on the pound for pound list as the number 1 fighter in 2 years.
He a beast. But hey, I don't know. Him and Devin, him and Tank, I think it's gonna be the fight.
Yeah, between those 2 guys, I just think Tank has less time because he's 4 years older than those guys. Right? In 2 or 3 years, he'll be in his 30s. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And I don't think Tank has the body type to really go too far. True. I don't know that Tank could ever fight at 47.
That's true. And he might get in trouble.
Yeah, that's the only. I'm not knocking Tank. I just think his height limits how far he can go. Right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
He's incredibly skilled, but he'll cap off somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. From a height perspective. I'm just saying that while I think that Devin last days is in 35 right now. I'm just saying him and Shakur could happen 3 or 4 years from now. Him and Tank cannot happen 4 years from now. It's not possible.
Why can't they have a rematch 4 years from now, but get it on right now at 35? Because that's what he said.
I like that. I don't disagree with that, Dan.
Listen. Hearns and Leonard fought at welterweight, and the rematch was at super middleweight.
I don't disagree. Fight 3 times. Everybody fight 3 times. You get what I'm saying. But I just watched the barbershop, and Devin Haney was on that show, right?
Yeah, I saw
just watched it, and he talked about the weight cut and how difficult it can be and stuff like that, right? He was being transparent about that thing. So that's why I'm kind of talking like this, because I'm fresh off watching that. I do research, man. I don't just jump on these. I do a little research before I get on here, man.
Come on, somebody.
That's why I'm schooling you so bad, Dan. You know what I mean?
Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're doing? Okay.
I've been doing it all weekend. So, but if I'm him, that's just, man. I don't think he has more than 2 fights at 35. Can he kill himself? I don't think Spence has multiple fights at 47. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I'll take this fight here. If I'm Spence, I'll fight Bud and Bud only at 47. But Boots, you got to see me at 54. And I don't think he's ducking for doing that.
Yeah.
If you get what
I don't think that's a different. I think that's a different.
It's different. But if you
scenario, what kind of are we talking, man? You got Red Delicious for Gala.
Hey Dan, read the super chat and
what it say? It said, I'm about to
stop watching boxing. I grew up in it. Okay.
No, don't do that.
No, don't do that. No. They making some fights, man. They making some fights.
There you go. They making
we understand the frustration, but don't stop watching.
We've been very frustrated, man.
Great fight. Last Saturday was a great fight.
It was great for the sport.
Yes, they was there. SB, show some of the highlights. Tay and Dan was at the fight. Put up some of the highlights. Or put up some of the video. It was electric.
Yeah.
It was bananas.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
The most electric fight you ever been to?
No.
Vince Ugas was up there too.
No. I'm saying Wilder too. That one was great.
Okay. You said who was?
Wilder Fury.
Oh, y'all went to that fight?
Yeah, I went to that fight.
I did.
Oh wow. Oh man, I should have been there.
Wilder Fury 2 was bananas.
Oh yeah. That Mike Tyson versus Lennox Lewis.
Ooh.
Oh man, I had the privilege of fighting that card. It was
crazy. That was in Memphis, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
It was in Memphis.
Yep.
Oh, that was nice, like it was jumping.
Oh, it was jumping, man.
It was off the chain.
It was off the chain. If it was 15 people in my row, it was 13 Ukrainians.
Okay.
And the 2 black people were me and my, the person I was with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was every flurry that was thrown by Lomachenko, the crowd went crazy, man. I loved it. I loved every moment of it. Good. And everybody was against that. Like, it was a good Mexican turnout too, right? In my section, they always wanted to see Devin lose too, man.
Mexicans was there too?
My
God.
They was out.
It was, as Emmanuel Stewart would say, it was a lot of Mexicans.
No, Mexicans, man, they support boxing, man.
They do. It was in Vegas.
Yep.
Yeah.
MGM.
Yeah.
MGM.
Man, listen, man, thank God for the Mexicans, because again, they were in there strong. And so again, I won't say they had a horse in the fight, but
they had one. They had one, and it wasn't Devin Haney.
Who was it?
It was Lomachenko.
What are you saying?
Man, don't know. Black people don't get a following in boxing, man. Black people that get popular, and they want to be. People want to see them lose.
That's a good point. They want to see Muhammad Ali lose.
Yeah,
they want.
No, we don't. Floyd wasn't popular. He was an anti-hero. He was infamous.
But here's the thing too. I don't know, like each generational pay-per-view superstar, and they don't like it could be more, but they seem like they latch on to one. You know,
Yeah.
Ali was the blueprint. Then it was Ray Leonard.
Yeah.
Okay, then you had the Tyson era. Then you had, then you went from Tyson really to Golden Boy because Roy kind of really never, didn't have that.
He wasn't a pay-per-view star.
Yeah, you had after De La Hoya, it was Floyd.
Yeah.
And so my point is that again, when you look at that is I don't know if they're gonna if the media will really allow anybody to copy that, because again, Floyd was unique and everybody was different. Everybody had their own. Golden Boy had Golden Boy. I'm all American.
Well, I think what was similar, and y'all a little older than me, maybe a lot older than me, but I would say the Olympics was a big pedestal in boxing for.
Oh, absolutely.
For the past 50 years until now, nobody really cared about the Olympics boxing that much anymore. But it was Ray Leonard. All of those guys had something in common. Ali was the gold medalist. De La Hoya was the gold medalist. Ray Leonard was the gold medalist. Floyd was a silver medalist. That really meant something. That was if you won a gold medal, it guaranteed you a career.
That's true. Absolutely. Listen, absolutely. But what I'm saying is that when you say turning heel and becoming like Floyd was a genius with how to do that.
Yeah.
Everybody can't do that.
Yeah. No, everybody can't do it. You're right. Yeah. You are right.
Yeah.
So call Floyd. I guarantee he can get Floyd on the phone. Yeah. And he can go sign with Floyd.
Yeah, on those 24/7s, on those 24/7s, they made 24/7. Him and Roger. Yeah. I'll never forget that, man. They were holding a fight when they made that. So
Dan, I think I try to cut you off, Dan. I think that the Contender made 24/7. I think they a lot of people copycatted off that reality show.
Absolutely. Because listen,
you're right.
You're right. No, you listen. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. Given the backstories and all that, so they bit that from the Contender.
Let me ask y'all a question.
Yeah.
If you Devin, are you picking up the phone and calling Mayweather Promotions?
Who?
If you're Devin.
You Devin?
Who could guide at this stage of his career? Who could guide Devin better? Not as a trainer, as a promoter.
Let me tell you
Floyd
something.
Is arguably one of the greatest promoters ever, right?
Yeah, he is. But SB had actually pointed this out when I was watching the fight. I was covering it on my YouTube channel or on the YouTube channel, and it was a guy named Smalls. What's his name? First name SB? Tommy Smalls. Very smart guy. He was right there with the Devin Haney chain on. He's real smart. So they don't need Floyd. That guy.
They don't need Floyd.
But look what Floyd has done with say what we want. And Floyd could be, he has his ways that I'm sure will irk people as a promoter, right?
Yeah.
But they did something right with we just said it with Tank. They did something right.
Right, yeah.
It's not a surprise that Tank is arguably the most popular fighter in the world right now. And it ain't because he went through Murderer's Row. They promoted the heck out of Tank.
That's right.
Hold on. We got what's that? Refit said read my chat. So I don't know if you was something.
Oh, yeah, my Ralph. Oh, yeah, he was saying something about I know we appreciate you for the super chat again. You're gonna have to get them super chats up though, champ. No, he good though. But no, what he said that he gonna be at the Anderson and he gonna be at the Clarissa Shields fight. So he said he see y'all there.
Okay, down there too. We Clarissa Shields fight.
Oh, yeah.
And the Anderson fight. What Anderson he talking about?
I don't know about Anderson.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Is he talking about Clarissa Shields?
Oh, is he talking about the one in Toledo? Is he talking about Big Baby Anderson?
Big Baby in Toledo.
That one.
Yeah, I won't be there, but I'll be out of town.
When is that fight?
July 1st.
Yeah, I might be down there. Shoot us a follow, Rafael.
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram, man. We could definitely chop it up.
Oh yeah, shout y'all so just in case I forget, we get shout y'all Instagram out so they can because they know y'all stuff too, so they can be when y'all freestyling, they can
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm putting mine in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Oh yeah, it's interesting. Anytime SB tell me this is a good conversation that we having, hey, I love it.
Yeah, I threw it in the chat, man. Shoot me a follow, man. I love talking boxing, man. We do this. Me and
Yeah.
Dan, we argue when we agree.
Right. She said this discussion is so good. Oh man, listen, I ain't never saw her text me nothing like that.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
appreciate y'all.
We've been going at it all weekend, man, and I love every second of it.
It's different when somebody you're really passionate, about boxing when you haven't actually had a boxing match and fought in, but you will go to the fights and you will talk about it all day long.
All day.
Come on, man. It don't get no better than that.
Yeah.
That's like pound for pound. That's higher than a boxer.
We texting, we in the fight texting each other. We arguing after the fight. We talking. Man, it was a great fight.
Yeah. That's what boxing is missing, though. It's missing young brothers that grew up on boxing like y'all, and like our granddaddies and our daddies and even the grandmamas. They not here no more. They done passed away.
Yeah.
And the young people, all they want to do is watch somebody kick somebody in the face because they don't appreciate the sweet science. They don't understand.
They don't understand.
They
and
don't
I
know what
can't
a
even
jab is.
like a lot of people chimed in. Me and Dan was talking about this earlier about the levels. Most people don't know boxing, right? And not to be a snob or it's not an easy sport to understand. It appears that it's just two men swinging punches at each other, right? But it's so much going on, right?
Thank you.
So I'm not going to even talk boxing to most people, right? Mm-hmm. It's levels, right? And then you got another level, K9, to where his level of understanding is infinite compared to what I know, right?
Right.
So I'm just going, when he starts talking, I'm going to just shut up and listen. I understand it from a fan's perspective, but some of the stuff when I get in there and had the pleasure of being able to train with K9 and he say, look, no, you do it, boom, boom. And it's mind blowing how much the guys that's been in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely. I understand. Yeah.
Like I tell people all the time, I boxed when I was younger and it was real quick before I realized I like talking about it and watching it.
Yeah.
Much more than trying to go to Golden Gloves. So I learned, like, again, some people are meant to be the police. Some people are meant to call the police.
Yeah.
So when it comes to, I make no bones about it. I respect anyone that steps inside that rig. So I never call anybody. Well, I don't like when people call, he's a bum. I don't call anybody a bum. Anybody who got to step inside that ring, brother, and in front of millions of people, 1,000 people. Hey, look here, anybody, let somebody come down to your job and see. And this boxing is the sport that every sport emulates. Somebody score a touchdown, what they do. Somebody hit a shot, everything emulates, again, the finalization of a KO.
That's true.
It ain't nothing like, I tell people all the time, so I totally agree with everything Tay said. So
we got to get SB in here because she's very knowledgeable too. She ain't got in the ring, but she know a lot about boxing.
Got her in.
Got her in. Yeah, I think she worried about me take TK on there. She like, see, it'd be good because now y'all can defend her. You know what I'm saying? Like when I got up against the ropes.
Yeah. What's the next big fight?
The next big fight, Clarissa Shields.
Yeah.
I know you will be there, right?
That's what I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do if I'm gonna cover
it's here, right?
Lot. Huh?
Ain't it here? Okay.
Yeah. Yep. It's in Detroit.
Where they doing it at?
Huh?
We'll see Arena.
Oh, LCA.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. There you go, girl.
Yeah. That's big. You ain't know that?
I didn't. I knew it was. I didn't know. I didn't realize that. That says a lot about women's boxing, man. You can go fill up you can go even attempt to get an arena is big.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because usually these fights be at little theaters. No shade. You know what I mean? 3,000 people.
Yeah.
Right.
Her promoter doing a good job though. He know how to.
Leader, he doing it.
She helped his brand a whole lot.
She helped his brand, and I wonder he got some money.
Josh Taylor, Tio. That's a big one. June 10th.
That's gonna be a great fight.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I got Taylor in that fight. Tio got doubts.
Something ain't happening.
I tell people all the time, nothing reveals truth faster than a boxing ring.
That's true.
Some not happening. Talent wise, Tio should.
Listen, if you ain't truly lived that lifestyle, truly inside and outside training camp, nothing will reveal truth faster than stepping inside that square circle. And I think Teofimo, he got doubts, he got questions. When he asked that last fight, he said, "Do I still got it?" Man, stay away from Josh Taylor.
Stay away from boxing. Stop boxing until you can get that settled.
That's true. You can get hurt.
Yeah.
Real hurt.
You get
real
hurt.
bad. Yeah.
No, I got Josh Taylor in that fight for sure. Unless I just and correct me if I'm wrong. I just think T.O. need another team. Sometimes dads can only take you so far, man.
Absolutely.
But you know what though? I think we underestimated how bad he was hurt in that first Kambosos fight. I mean, like they said, he almost died. Like he had serious, he had blood in his lungs or whatever happened to him in that fight. It was serious. And sometimes, you know, it take a while. Like I said, bro, you know, Taylor came to see me in the hospital, champ, and I'm still recouping. Like, you don't just jump back and think it may take a year for your body to heal and recoup. You back out here trying to fight. You may even give the body chance to heal.
That's true.
And that's gonna reveal itself come round, like what Ali said, round 7.
Yeah.
Round 8. And hey man, your body ain't truly healed, brother.
Yeah. Right. I think that's the same thing with Jerry McCullough. I think Jerry McCullough went into that fight with Nigel Benn with something on his brain.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, it don't seem like that would have did that to him. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, man. This game right here is the mental exercises you have us go through, K9, when we train. That's probably the hardest part of our workout.
That's what makes you get tired.
You know what I mean? So if you ain't here like that, man, forget about it. And T.O., he just been, whatever he got going on from a family standpoint, he hasn't been there. So
that's true.
Cruz versus Savannah Marshall in England. I would love to go over to England. I don't know who put that in the chat. At O2 England Arena. Now, if I got to get my chips up for something like that, I ain't got that type of bread to go over to England.
All right. Yeah. Going overseas, you got to be you got to be like, you know, taking a vacation.
Yeah, that ain't no weekend trip.
Nah, exactly. No.
What is England? 5 hours?
Oh, it's
6 hour flight.
It's a minute. It's been a minute. It's been a long man.
Longer than that.
I think it took me like 11 hours to get there.
Oh, yeah. That ain't no weekend trip.
Yeah. Oh no, heck no. I do not want to go there again. United. I mean, I like the fans there, but far as how long it take to get there.
Yeah.
Oh man, but it's a different kind of airplane though. It's real comfortable.
Yeah,
real comfortable.
T.O. and Jamal are not competitive fighters anymore. Jamal he's dealing with some mental health things. I pray for the brother, talking about Charlo.
Yeah.
But again,
he just made a statement about fighting Boo Boo.
Okay, I did see that.
He made a statement about forget a tune up, let's go straight into the Boo Boo fight. And I'm like,
that's Twitter fingers though.
That's Twitter finger. I don't know them as Twitter finger guys.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll see.
If I'm just giving them a benefit of the doubt of who they been, they signed on the dotted line to fight. He signed to fight Boo Boo before.
So we should hear. So again, that's an easy fight to make. We should hear something about negotiations or a fight being made within 90 days?
I would say.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that was what. But he said that about a month ago?
No, I saw it a week and a half ago.
Okay.
It could have been older though.
Yeah.
You know, I think he had some type of domestic, not violence, but from the sounds of it, when he was on the Athletic, sound like he kind of went through a breakup or kind of going through a breakup and stuff like that. That sounded like that was a part of what his problem was. So, anybody ever dealt with that, right? It's that could be tough.
Yeah. And also too, man, when you've been doing something since you was 8 years old, man, I haven't been doing my career since I'm 8. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Think about that, man. It was like, man, I do operations. I run operations for a business, champ. And man, I'm 8 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even know, like, you human, man. You are entitled to be tired.
Right.
Yeah. That's right.
Listen, man, it is the hurt business. It's the hurt, baby. And I mean, again, and you know, these people, I mean, these guys, man, are human beings, man. It's like, you know, I don't feel like punching somebody today.
Yeah.
I don't feel like being punched today.
Right. And in all fairness, you should wait until you feel like it.
Right. He said, "Man, this discussion is so good. I never did see this part right here." That SBS said, "Yep, I know. I always when I was in the ring, everybody I got in the ring with that I fought, I tried to kill him. I mean, not not literally,
Yeah,
but
No, for
literally.
sure.
Yeah. Whatever I did to him, that's my mind was just do there. The
right.
ref got to do his job. I'm there to do my job.
Right. So is it? I don't know. Rafael, he's saying Jamal Charlo is not competitive anymore. I mean, if Canelo see that and truly believe that, then maybe Canelo may make that fight then. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
take the fight. Take the fight. Yeah, I don't like the way
Yes.
his career has been going and some of the competition that this whole let's sit around and let's all sit in a circle and wait for Canelo. I don't like that. If you can't
Oh
get
yeah.
number one, go get number two.
Thank you. That's why I
If you,
take my head off to Caleb Plant. He didn't
yeah,
have to fight Benavidez. That
right,
was dangerous.
right,
Yeah.
right.
And I
You
think he
was in
gave a
trouble.
blueprint on how you can give Benitez trouble. I mean, he just couldn't hold him off, but he damn sure looked good boxing him from the first few rounds. I mean, if you can keep your conditioning up and have a little pop, I think Canelo's done as a fighter. I think Canelo just can't get up for these guys anymore. And I don't think the risk is he don't see the real. He is interested in legacy. He's gonna say I'm the first Latino to unify super middleweight. I'm the first Latino to win a light heavyweight title. I mean, again, I think that's what he's going after. And man, it's like fighting these guys and possibly getting, he ain't trying to. I don't think he's trying to end his career. He got the 2 losses now. If he would have had 1 loss and that 1 loss was to Floyd, I think his career he would be looked at. Maybe he would look at himself a little differently. Bivol may have put a little bad taste, and he got enough cojones to say, "I'm gonna go ahead and avenge that loss," which I don't think he should do at 75. But I think again, that's one thing about boxers, man, is the ego is what drives it. You know what I'm saying? It's a hard thing. So I don't see him taking a Benitez fight, a Charlo fight, a Andrade fight. Yeah, I think if he gonna fight Bivol, win or lose, and then that'll be it for him, man. Because once you start to consume alcohol, man, and little stuff that he doing, and it's man, you ain't living that Spartan lifestyle no more, man. Stay away from them young dudes as killers.
Right. Exactly.
Stay away from them.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. No, you're
You know,
right.
you got the endorsements now, man, and you at the Grammys, you at the Oscars, you doing movies. Everybody who I saw do a movie, man, got their butt kicked the next fight. Tarver, Lennox,
Yeah.
Man, when you start hanging out with stars, man,
Yeah.
hey, Sylvester Stallone is doing this.
That's true.
Yeah, it's different. So
It's different.
What Hagler say about them silk sheets?
the silk pajamas, he said, when you sleep in the silk
pajamas.
pajamas, run at 5 a.m. When you
Right.
sleeping on sleeping in silk pajamas.
Right.
That's true. That's true. Floyd was able to do it though.
Floyd the GOAT. I mean,
That's what make. But see, here's the thing: Floyd didn't drink. Floyd don't smoke. Floyd was a gym rat. So it was Floyd's a little different. I mean, like again, I seen an old interview with Muhammad Ali. They said, "What's the hardest part about training?" He said, "Being in bed by yourself by 9 o'clock." He said, "The running, we all do the running." He said, "We all do the exercise." He said, "But being in bed, avoiding the girls." He said, "That's the hardest part." So
right, that's true. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You focus, but I think, hey, Mayweather, I think the best thing that could happen to him, which was the worst thing that happened to him probably in boxing, is when they robbed him of that gold medal. And he said, "I would never let that happen ever again."
yeah.
And man,
It's gift and a curse.
gift and a curse. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to hold y'all up too much longer, man. Unless y'all want to keep chopping it up.
I got to run too, but thank you for having us, Chef. I'm down.
Yeah, man. Anytime, man. Let us know, champ.
I know y'all still jet lagged a little bit. Man, y'all
yeah,
just
we
getting on.
recovering.
And
I
you
just
see
got
me.
back. I just got back this morning.
I got you. Well, you see me, I was on you. I was trying to get an interview before you got home.
Yeah. No,
good.
anytime, champ. We can do this, man.
Okay.
We can do this anytime, man.
All right. Good to see you again, Dan. I was wondering where you been, boy.
Yeah, listen, I was down, but I'm coming back. I'm coming back strong. But listen, thank you for all the people that put in the chats and listening. And again, support the sport, man. It's our love. It's our passion.
For sure.
Absolutely.
For
Absolutely.
sure.
So there go, y'all follow Tayon. Y'all see his Instagram. Y'all see Dan Instagram. Give him a follow. They know
Absolutely.
boxing.
Absolutely.
All right. Appreciate y'all, man. One
All
love.
All
right.
right, man. Have a
Good
good
night.
night.
All right.
All right.
Peace.
Stop it. It's over. Yeah. So yeah, there you have it, man. Another special edition of A Bark and a Bite. It's your boy Cornelius K9 Bundage. Definitely want to get at y'all, man, and see what y'all talking about. Ralph, what up, Ralph? What's good, my dog? Fazan, what's up, boy? What it do? Ain't no best. Oh, what he said? Ain't no way. Oh, yeah, that's. Oh, man, that's a rap song. I remember that. I knew exactly what that was. Man, Justin, boy, now you just got through saying the B word, and then you said Jesus for life. Stop it. But I'm like I ain't see the other one. Jesus for life, my dog. Appreciate it. That might be the K9's best show. This might be the K9's best show. Kobe count. Maybe so. Hey, it keeps getting better, but I appreciate you. I'm quite sure they would appreciate that you said that too. Oh yeah. Hey, listen. Anytime SB was talking about somehow it was great, you know what I mean, giving me the text. Oh, love, man. Wish I had my earphones. I want to hear. Is there any music in the background? I hear it. Flat out. Man, I appreciate all the super chats too, my man. Raphael 32. And when I said, man, you know, hey, get your game up. You supposed to gave me $2 and super chatted $2.02. Hey, kept hitting you with them twos. You gotta hit me with a 3. Like LeBron James. Cap! Stop it! Let's go, champ. Let's go. Oh man. I'm going with Tanya King. Let's go, champ. Man, Tanya, my dog. She a real Christian. I gotta go with that. Go with her. But you know, different weight classes. So yeah, Clarissa, she's a little too big for Tanya. And she said that she sparked Tanya. And Tanya was too little. S-Prep represents. Fitty, what up, Fitty? Manny Boy, the utilization slasher. Yes, rest in peace to Jim Brown. Man, listen, we ain't resting in no peace if we don't accept Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior, man. Real talk. But I understand. Yeah. Yeah, rest in peace to him for real. Oh yeah, Tommy. Exactly what it is, bro. Devin, listen, Devin, I believe, is the smartest out of all those guys when it comes to business. I'm talking about him because he got his daddy in his life. I don't think Devin has his daddy in his life. I mean, not Devin, but Tank. I never saw Shakur with his family, his daddy and all them. But you see, Bill Haney and Devin Haney are like this. And like I say, they got a young man working for them, used to work for me. Oh, and he know the game. So Devin and them gonna make some smart decisions, trust me. Real smart decisions, trust me. So yeah, it's all about boxing. Boxing is more business now than fighting. It ain't about being the best fighter in the world no more. It's about making the best smart business moves now. You know, you can trick the public. You can fight guys who are good, but fight them at the right time when they pass their prime or when they're not ready or have enough money to throw at them to make them take it to do what you tell them to do when you tell them to do it. I remember Floyd had a guy named Wes Ferguson. You can go look Wes Ferguson up. Floyd was his promoter. I believe he was a better fighter than Floyd, but Floyd used him to help himself to get better because, West was that guy. But if Floyd was his role model or he idolized Floyd, he gonna do what Floyd say. And Floyd say, look, man, listen, I want you to use one hand, when we spark. You know what I mean? Because I got a fight coming up. I'm gonna pay you to use one hand, and I need you to use that. I need to get away from that one hand. While he's cream popping them. You feel me? And some young people will fall for anything, won't stand for nothing, but fall for anything. West was a beast. Yes, he was. Yeah. I used to give West problems though. I don't know if he ever saw me in West Bar. Of course, I was bigger than him, so of course I was gonna give him problems. There you go, and that's what's gonna hurt him. Because then again, Calvin is cool, so Calvin could actually help him, or Calvin has helped him. Exactly, and that's the thing. Fighters done woke up and said, you know what? I'm not about to be getting hit in the head just because you want me to get hit in the head. I'm gonna get hit in the head. If I do get hit in the head, it's gonna make sense. I ain't getting hit in the head with this guy because they ain't talking about nothing. Fighters ain't got a lot smarter since back in the day. We done came a long way. For real. Oh yeah, you remember? Yeah. I used to get. I had an awkward style, but I made it work for me. In the gym, I gave a lot of people problems. Yep, for real. Dogs us. Yeah, that fight, man. Listen, Lomachenko has no reason to put his head down. He did real good, real good. Oh yeah, definitely. All the young guns back in the 90s. Hey, yep, for real. We definitely had a good night of new champions in the house. Oh yeah, for sure. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Y'all hit the like button because a lot of y'all didn't hit the like button. The like should have been on 10 tonight. I heard it was on 3. Stop it! Oh, man, on 3? Got to be kidding me. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. Oh yeah, it's all good. Ralph Diddy with the keys to the city. Only person that super chatted today. Come on, somebody. But I appreciate at least the likes. Y'all can hit the likes. Super chat. Hit the like button or something, No Cash App. Hit the like button. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Oh, it is? Who? Who? Oh yeah, I'm on it. Well, hey man, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm about to go get something to eat and at least check out some of the game, man, because the game on. And I haven't watched none of the series, none of it. I just wanted to reach out to y'all, man, and show some love, man, and talk about boxing, the greatest sport in the world. Appreciate my dog Ralph, Chester Fazan, Vinny Rolf. Come on, man. Everybody in the chat. S represent. My man's from the Crunk Gym, Tommy Jr. Stop it. Let's go, champ. All my dogs, man. Lonnie Beasley, Manny Boy, Light Skinned Jesus. Uh-oh. That's his name on here. Kobe Camp, BDTG. Anybody I forgot. I Am Boy, Lions Truth. Oh, man. Everybody who I forgot or didn't mention, I appreciate all y'all for tapping in. It was real, y'all. Definitely real, y'all. Shout out to Nikki. She always hold the chat down. Oh yeah, appreciate you, Nikki. Yep. So yeah, man. God bless y'all, man. Y'all have a good night. Hashtag dogs us. Arr, arr, arr. Stop it. It's over, y'all. How long? Not long. Oh, they don't want me to leave, y'all. I tried to say bye, but it said no. No mas, like Roberta Duran. One love, y'all, man. Have a good night. Stay out the way. Say your prayers. And till next time.